Update on my ex-wife no longer wanting to see our kids. Update 7. Find part 1 of this story from link in pinned comment or description. It's been just over 3 months since she said she doesn't want to see them. Within a month of her saying that she changed her mind and did want to see them, I spoke to my lawyer who heard from her lawyer, and my lawyer said since there's nothing official about her giving up her rights, I shouldn't stop her as it will look bad on me. I agreed then but said I am no longer making 2 4-hour round trips every weekend to drop them off. It's up to her to come pick them up. My kids are now both constantly crying saying they don't want to go, and they are scared up there as she's always tired and angry. I'm having to console them constantly and it's breaking my heart. First weekend no show no notice. Second weekend she tells me she can't make it. Third weekend some random woman appears at my door and said my ex-wife sent her to pick the kids up. I tell her to leave and never come back. Ex-wife rings the police and tells them I am kidnapping my kids. Police being the anti-father institution they are turn up and start telling me to take the boys back to their mom. I inform them they haven't seen their mom in months and I'm their primary parent. They don't believe me but eventually do when I show them the kids' school uniform and that they are enrolled in a local school. Her lawyer now says they want mediation. I end up traveling 2 hours for mediation with my lawyer, and it's absolute bollocks. The mediator is the most biased person to the point even my ex-wife's own lawyer said, "This isn't right and you are being ridiculous, it looks like we've paid you off." After the mediator's idea of compromise was me taking the kids up there myself, staying in a hotel nearby, giving my ex money to entertain the kids and then being on call to help out if my ex was struggling with them. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. We all walked away with no ideas set in place. I told my ex-wife and her lawyer outside. She or her parents come pick the kids up and that's it, there's no other solutions to this. The following weekend her parents are there to pick the kids up. My boys cried and fought and begged not to go and I couldn't stay strong. I broke down and just hugged them on my driveway for as long as it took them both to calm down and I apologized and said, "I don't want this. I want you two forever. I'll see you tomorrow." My ex-father-in-law gave a sorry nod as he led the kids away and that was it. Later that night I got a screenshot of a conversation my ex-wife had been having with someone saying that she wants more custody so she can start to claim money off me. That night the windows were put through on my house and this was just the start of a campaign that is still going on now, which I assume is to make me react and look violent. I've had my car vandalized, windows replaced and then smashed again, online accusations made about me, my business hit with 1-star reviews, constant takeaways and taxis ordered to my house. My parents' house and car has also been targeted. It always happens on the Saturday night my kids are up there. I ring the police every time and log it and they never care. I've got proof it's her cousins after one of them filmed himself on the street next to mine at 2 a.m. and put it on TikTok. Police don't care. This is my life now. The poor kids having to go up there every weekend against their will. Me being constantly threatened. I've had official paperwork from her lawyer saying she's going to be asking for more custody. Me having to bite my tongue and hold my temper while me and my family are attacked and harassed. Having to see hundreds of people attacking my character on Facebook and Twitter. As my ex tells everyone that I've turned the kids against her. Getting random men ringing me saying they are going to come and stab me for abusing my ex. Having people say there's no smoke without fire and believe all women, etc., etc. I hate the way that this situation is starting to make me become a more hateful person. I'm nothing biases where I didn't before, and I'm also finding myself to become very untrusting of women, as 95% of the people calling me online are women. And it sounds terrible, but I was watching a show the other day where a woman was talking about her abuse situation, and my first thought was she's lying to get him in trouble, and then I had to scold myself for victim blaming. This is really messing me up. You try and do everything right and nothing works. All I want is a quiet, safe life for my kids. OP's comments. More clarification saying OP isn't doing enough / go scorched earth. As soon as she sent the messages I spoke straight away to my lawyer, but here in the UK you can't just sign away your parental rights overnight. It has to go through the courts, which takes months, and even then a judge or a committee has to decide if you can just stop being a parent, and my lawyer, and others I spoke to, said it's very rare it will be granted that you can just legally stop being a parent. I've spent over £15,000 in lawyer fees already. You think I'm just sitting here waiting for it to happen magically? I've applied for an immediate non-visitation order or whatever the F it's called on the grounds of abuse and neglect, but it was rejected as there are no signs of emotional or physical abuse. I can't legally stop her seeing the kids. I will be arrested for keeping a mother away from her children, and they won't look at text messages that she said, they'll look at the facts that she is legally their mom, and there's F all I can do about that. My hands are fucking tied. I've spoke to all sorts of family solicitors and they all say the same thing. I can't legally stop her seeing them. I can stop being so accommodating by driving them there myself, which I have done, but outside of that I can't stop her. If I got arrested for not letting her see the kids, then I play right into her hands, which is what she wants. The kids are the real victims as they are pawns in this bullshit legal system that she's playing when Stevie Wonder can see they are better off with me. Go to the police. I've been to the police numerous times. I have over 100 screenshots printed off. I have video evidence of the vandalism at my house. I have recordings of people saying they are going to stab me. They won't do anything. I can't physically do anything that gives my ex-wife an inch, as like my lawyer says the courts will already be on her side because she's the mum, so I have to be squeaky clean. You think I don't want to batter the fuck out of everyone one of these cunts? I could smash the little crackhead cousins' faces in with one hand while drinking tea with the other, no problem. But that doesn't get me anywhere. If I go back at them on social media, it makes me look bad in the eyes of the law. I've had 3 lawyers tell me to never ever respond to anyone, but my ex-wife, and even then only respond if it's a direct question or request about my kids. Anything else ignore, screenshot and save. Update 8. My ex-wife has signed all the divorce papers out of nowhere, and it's all in motion. All signed and sent off. I made an update about 4 weeks ago of all the shit my ex and her family have been doing. The day after the post, I'd had enough. I left my boys with my parents and went to see her parents. When I got there, they inviting me in, and over a cup of tea I shown them every piece of evidence I have. Screenshots, screen records, CCTV, and then the worst screenshots of messages between my ex and 3 of her friends, who all betrayed her and sent me screenshots of messages she'd sent them with plans to make me lose the kids, burn down my business, even kill me. Then the worst one was a video from her friend's Real-Link camera saying she'll tell the police I'm a child abuser in all the worst ways possible. I said the police aren't interested, but if I ever hear from any of her family ever again, I'll be posting every single bit on social media. Every single bit. I told them that she can keep the house and that's it. They rang me that night and apologized and said nothing will happen again, and that my ex agrees to the divorce, but can she see the kids 1 weekend a month? I agreed. The next day I rang my solicitor, and between him and hers they agreed on all the funeral details, and this morning I got it all back from her. Be a few more months until it's official, but it feels like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. Some of OP's comments. Commenter. This sounds like really good news. So has she stopped harassing you, and is she actually seeing the kids now? Do they know their mom was behind all of the harassment? I just feel for your kids. I can't imagine growing up knowing my mom would do that to my dad. OP. Yeah, she's left me alone now, but has only seen the boys twice since she said she wants to see them every weekend. Update 9. It's official. I'm divorced. Got the letter from the courts yesterday. It's actually a lot quicker than expected. They said January-February time, but it all became official yesterday. I celebrated by having a McDonald's and watching Christmas movies with my boys, LOL.